Hi, I'm Jeff McErlain, and today I want to take a look at the Overdrive pedal. Now, Overdrive pedals can be used in a number of ways. The two most common ways is one, to emulate the sound of an overdriven amplifier. And that's when we plug into an amp like the one behind me, or the few behind me, and you turn it up and the tubes start to break up because you're going past the point where the amp is supposed to remain clean, and it goes into overdrive. Overdrive pedal. So a pedal can emulate that sound. Another thing that an overdrive pedal can do, and any overdrive pedal can do, is if you turn your gain down and your volume up, you can act like a clean boost. And what this will also do is push the front end of the amplifier into overdrive. So it works as a great boost pedal as well. So let's take a look at how we can do this. Okay, so I'm going to play through a clean tone on my amp right now. Just a little reverb. I have two overdrives, as you can see here, so I want to show you how we can use the overdrive to simulate an amplifier, and then how we can use it as a boost. So they're two very similar overdrives. This just has bass and treble. This just has one tone. Two of my favorite overdrives, actually. So let's hear the overdrive. So I like to set it how I would set an amplifier if it were just going to be breaking up on its own. So not super gainy. I'll roll back my volume, and it cleans up. My neck pickup. Bridge. I can roll that volume back. Cleans up. Okay, now if you look over here, I have an overdrive set to basically very little drive and a lot of volume. So I'm just really getting a volume boost. Let me turn this off first, and you can hear this. Clean amp. And watch. It's really pushing the front end of the amp. And it sounds great, but sometimes this might be a really huge volume boost because I've got a lot of clean headroom going on here. So what I'm going to do is I can emulate that this is an overdriven amp. And I can push the front end of the amplifier, or the pedal, with this. And what happens is, I get more gain because we send out the signal into the overdrive, and it makes it compress. In other words, you're getting more signal. You get a little louder, but you actually get more gain. If you notice when I turn this off, both of these, and I don't have a lot of gain right here, a lot of clean boost, I just get a lot louder. Of course, I get a little more gain from the amplifier, but it gets louder. But if you notice, if I did this, I have the pedal overdriving, like a wooden amp, and I hit it hard to this, it gets a little louder, but gets more gain. Now you can experiment with this. I can also try different things like turning the gain up and the volume down. Hear what that sounds like. Has a different sound to it. And then the other way again, once again. Turn that down, turn the volume up. Yeah, it's a little cleaner, a little less distortion, but more compression, if that makes sense. It feels different to me to play. This is a great way to experiment, especially if you're playing into a clean amplifier. And very often on gigs I play into a clean amp because this way I can control my volume all the way. So once again, when I put on an overdrive, I might set everything maybe to noon, just dial it in. You know, get used to how much gain a pedal will have. You know, set it where you want it. Same thing with the tone knob. So right about there, does it clean up nicely with your volume? And then, when you want to hit it with another overdrive, you can have two in a row. This would also, this is really working more like a clean boost. So I've got a volume boost going in here, a little bit of drive, because that's just the way the pedal works. And kick that in. And so if I feel it's a little bright, I just turn the treble down. I want more low end. bring in more low end. And this is called gain staging. So stage 1, stage 2. You're building them on top of each other to get more overdrive and more compression. So there you go. It's your quick run through on how to set 1 or 2 overdrives together, or how you can make one overdrive work in 2 different ways.